What's happening? Wisdom Warriors of Light back at it for another video. How's everybody doing? Just adjust this real quick here. Okay. So how's everybody doing today, man? Happy Monday. Happy pre-Lionsgate. I'm here at the park, as you can see. Just after I just got done donating some more stuff. And it was interesting, man, how all this played out because, well, it's been really gloomy today and I've been really feeling in my feelings, I guess you could say, more than anything. And I don't know, I just been like inward, just not really wanting to talk to anybody or just experiencing inwardness. And energies I'm feeling are really like intense. And I'm still kind of feeling similar to how I've been feeling for months now, which is like, even though I'm okay with being alone, at the same time, you want that connection, that human connection. And I'm just not experiencing that. And I am, but I'm not. I've met so many amazing, beautiful individuals, just so many, I can't even count. And it's led me to one thing after another, and I'm starting to have to realize more and more and continue to surrender to the fact that I cannot figure it out logically. I cannot figure out what is going to happen logically, but I have to just go with what feels good. And let me tell you about a story that kind of just happened. But before I do that, please like, subscribe, share, and comment. We just hit 110 subscribers. I'm so grateful for each and every one of you. We're going to make it to 111 very soon. We're going to make it to 500 and so on. And I will go live. I may go live sooner. I just want more like connection between all of us. Like, we're building this beautiful platform and community that we can all help one another and essentially post what we're feeling and get feedback from someone else and make a connection in the comments, and I just want to build this beautiful place where it's safe to express how you feel, and it's coming, man. It's coming. With all of your help, it is coming. So yeah, I felt this urge today upon the Lionsgate 8/8, which is tomorrow, to kind of, something was pushing me to donate some more things. And I was like, well, you know what, I'm gonna just wait. I'm not gonna throw these little boxes away to this camera. And then I changed my mind and it felt like I needed to do it. It felt good to do it. So I put it in I proceeded after I took a walk to put it, and then I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna it's 8/8, it's the day before 8/8. I'm gonna go out to in nature. I'm gonna go to the park. I'm gonna donate this air compressor that I never used, and it's been sitting there and I've been trying to sell it, and people were just like really lowballing me. And actually what was interesting is this woman contacted me last night and basically said, asked if it's still available, and I said yes. And she says, how much are you willing to negotiate? And I said, well, I'll go to 100. That's it. It's never been used. And it's pretty much brand new. I don't really know how to use it properly. Those things are not really my thing. Although I can like work technology like I wipe my ass, And sorry to be so TMI, but it's the truth. It's like I can work technology like I can wipe my ass, So you can get that analogy the best, and it'll give you a little laugh. But excuse me. But this thing, for some freaking reason, either it's the hose that I got, it's still a Husky hose, but and it's really, really long, and maybe that's why the air isn't coming out of it like full blast. Like, I've used one of those things before, but I don't know. It's brand new, and I just didn't feel right about selling it to her. I didn't know if it 100%. It powers on, it cranks up. I just know that it's probably something I'm doing, or it's the wrong hose that I bought. Anyways, I said, you know what? It just doesn't feel right with me. It doesn't sit well with me. It doesn't feel good in my body to contact her back and actually meet up. And funny thing is, she says she works like 10 minutes from the city that I'm in. Maybe not even 10 minutes, probably like 5 minutes or something like that. And I never wrote her back, and I said, you know what? I'm going to donate it. I don't feel right about selling it. I was going to have her meet me somewhere where we could plug it in and she could try it if she knows how to use it, but it just didn't feel right in the body, man. And it hasn't felt right a bunch of different times, but yet I've been still trying to sell it, but it hasn't sold. And it's brand new. It probably sells for $200-300 in the store, you know, but it didn't sit well with me, man. It just didn't feel comfortable in my body. And that's what I've been talking about how things feel. And if they don't feel right, or they do. And I just didn't sit well. It didn't sit well with me that if I met her and I sold it to her, that potentially she would contact me back and, you know, tell me this thing is not working right or whatever. So you know what I said? Let me go donate it to one of these places that will sell it. They'll test it and they'll sell it for real cheap, and someone will get an opportunity to get something that they really need and can use for very cheap. You know, and you know what I'm talking about, like these places like the Army, you know, or like Will, you know, G Will, those types of places that will take anything pretty much and resell it and use it and donate the money to someone that's in need. And I felt like that's what felt right to me. But what's so interesting about it was I went to GW, and they told me, sorry, at one location that we don't take that. And then they said you can go to this other place, but they're closed on Monday. And then I proceeded to go to another one, but they were closed. And so I went to another one that was a few minutes away, and they took it. And I was like, yes, man, it feels so much lighter to just have done that. And to have cleaned up even more stuff, because I'm starting to realize that the cleaner my car is, the cleaner the places I am are, the clearer my mind feels. And it's like, I just felt really good about giving it away versus selling it. I didn't feel right about it. It didn't feel right in my body. I didn't feel right about it. There was nothing good about it that I felt about taking that money for that piece of equipment. And that's what we have to do. That's what we have to continue to do in our lives. Go with what feels right. Go with what feels good. If it feels good to talk with this person or family member or friend or romantic partner, then do it. By all means, do it. But if it doesn't feel good, then don't do it. Because there's a reason it doesn't feel good. And I'm starting to understand so much more on a deeper level. It's so funny how it could be over months and months of a span where you're trying to understand from a logical mind certain aspects or certain things of why this is happening and why that's happening. And it comes to you, and through a message from someone or a video you watch. And then you get a deeper connection. The dots start connecting. And then you're like, holy shit, man. I've been trying to figure out why this has been happening. And I don't know. And I don't understand. And then you look from a logical mind and a human mind that, oh, this person doesn't like me. They don't want to talk to me anymore. I saw my dad doing that for the longest time. And I said, Dad, there's a frequency and a vibration at play. There's a reason that they're not in your life right now. It's either, and I knew this way back at that time, but I'm understanding it even more deeper. You know, and it's like now we're starting to get to the point where we're not going to be able to lower and drop our frequency until we get to the 4D, 5D realms. Or dimension. You know, we're not going to be able to lower ourselves to meet somebody else where they are. they're going to have to come up to us. And if they don't come up to us, then so be it. It is what it is. But we're not going to be able to until we move to the 4D, fully to the 4D. And then we're in the 5D, whoever's in the 5D. And then if you want to be in a relationship, if you're in a relationship with somebody and you want to drop down to them, you can do that. But right now, we're getting to the point where we can't do that. We're having difficulty doing that. Like, I can't drop myself to meet somebody else where they are. I'm just not able to. I haven't been able to for a while. And I wasn't understanding why. But everybody around you doesn't understand it. And they think you just don't like them, or you're just trying to, like, distance yourself from everybody, or detach, or whatever the ego wants to believe is happening. And, you know, funny thing is like, it's not really funny because it's really, really hard. It's super difficult to do, to kind of distance yourself. And, you know, but in actuality, you're not really distancing yourself. You're really just like the vibration and frequency just doesn't match. It just literally doesn't match. It's not a vibrational match. So they're being kind of ejected from you, or you're being ejected, you know. And I've been finding that with like so many people in my life, so many things in my life, like that compressor that you blow air out of. Like, I don't remember what the brand is. It's one of those brands that the home improvement places have, and that you like you press like a handle, and then it shoots air out like at a high speed, so you can blow things out away. Not a blower, but it's an air compressor. And I'm starting to realize that was not a vibrational match for me anymore, and I had to let it go out of my life. And that's essentially why I had to let it go. Just like this huge bag I had of porn videos, they were not a vibrational match for me anymore. They've been in my life. I haven't been viewing them. I haven't been watching them. They've been sitting in containers in the garage, and they just aren't a vibrational match for me anymore. So I gave them, I got rid of them. I basically disposed of them in a recycling thing. And more things that I'm giving away, and more people that are leaving my life and I'm leaving their life, are not a vibrational match for me right now. They haven't been for a very long time, and they aren't right now. So I'm being ejected, or they're being ejected. And I've been called today and for a little while now to talk about frequency and vibration, and how these things in our life are just disappearing. Whether it be a house, you move. The house or the people are not vibrational matches anymore. You're not matching their frequency. So you're not able to drop down to their frequency anymore. You're just not. It's like I've said it a million times. It's like putting a circle in a square, forcing a circle into a square, or a square into a circle. You can't do it. It's not a match. So these relationships are dying off, and we can't force ourselves to stay on that frequency. We just can't. It's just not working. It's causing suffering because we're trying to attach to this relationship that we don't want to let go of. But we can't attach to it anymore. It's not possible. And this Lionsgate is going to amp that up even more. It's already amping it up. That's why I had to let go of that thing. And that's why I was so hell-bent on finding another place to give it away. Because it had to go. I've been kind of contemplating what to do with it for weeks and months and months and months, probably the last year. And I haven't been able to sell it. And now it's being forced out of my life. So I found a place that actually took it. I was persistent and forced myself to go to another place. And that was the same place that didn't take it, but another one took it. And I found myself forcing myself to do it because that thing could not stay anymore in my frequency or vibration, or in my arena or my aura. It couldn't stay anymore. It had to go. And that's where we're finding out people are transitioning. They're passing on. They're moving on, they're leaving. Physical things are leaving, material things are leaving. Same thing as physical. So this is like what it really is. It's not because this person doesn't like you or you don't like that person. Most likely that's not the case. Most likely you've outgrown that thing, that place, that person, and so you're not able to stick around anymore. They're not able to stick around, or they're being ejected, or you're being ejected. You know what I mean? It's like it's not because you want to. Most likely you don't want to leave that relationship, and you're trying to hold on so tight as long as you possibly can, but it's just not possible anymore. And with this Lionsgate, it's forcing us to change even more into who we really truly are. So I hope that you can understand where I'm coming from and you understand what I'm talking about, because this is really potent right now, especially with Lionsgate. Big time, man. I mean, I can't force relationships anymore that I want to. It's just not even possible anymore. And I kind of didn't fully grasp it, but then I did grasp it. But then I got a deeper knowing came through. A deeper download came through for me to understand it even more logically, but in actuality, we're really not able to. A lot of what is happening, we're not going to understand logically, and why we're doing it, why we have to do it. You know, it's just not going to be, it's going to be another thing that's not going to be possible. And we have to let go of that. We have to surrender to that. We have to stop trying to understand it logically. And that's something I've been doing. I've been trying to do myself, like trying to figure it out with the mind. But once we get out of the mind and we let go and we surrender, we become lighter, and the magic and the people show up that we need to explain things or breadcrumb things to us to understand it in a better way. So just, man, if nothing else, man, let go, surrender. I promise you, man, you're not going to be able to figure out a lot of this logically. So with that being said, the camera's overheating. I gotta go. It's super hot out right now and the camera's turning off. So I will see you soon in the next one. Take care of yourselves and each other. Stop trying to figure it out with your logical mind. Let go and surrender. I love you all. And detach. Stop attaching, man. It will be your worst suffering if you do. I love you all. I will see you soon from my heart to yours. Take care of yourselves and each other. I will see you soon in the next one. I love you all. Till then, let's go, Wisdom Warriors of Light. We got this.